Born Melanie Elizabeth Bounds, the 2nd of March 1980. Rebel Melanie Elizabeth Wilson is an Australian actress, comedian, writer, singer, and producer. After graduating from the Australian Theatre for Young People in 2003, Wilson began appearing as Tula in the SBS comedy series Pizza and later appeared in the sketch comedy series The Wedge. She wrote, produced and starred in the musical comedy series Vogue and Pride. Shortly after moving to the United States, Wilson appeared in the comedy films Bridesmaids and A Few Best Men, both in 2011. Wilson was born on the 2nd of March 1980 in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. Her parents are professional dog handlers. Wilson grew up in the suburbs of Kenthurst, Parramatta and Castle Hill. She attended Tara Anglican School for Girls. She completed her higher school certificate in 1997, achieving a ranking of 99.3, including second place in the state in food technology. Wilson joined the debating team and a teacher encouraged her to enter Tournament of Minds, which she credits for helping her come out of her shell. Wilson worked at a cinema in Castle Hill in her younger years, but quit after patrons recognized her after the showing of her first movie, Bad Pizza. Wilson has 3 siblings, sisters Liberty and Annalise, and a brother, who uses the name Riot. Liberty and Riot appeared on the first season of The Amazing Race Australia in 2011, where they were the first team eliminated. Wilson has stated that her great-aunt was Lillian Bounds, who was married to Walt Disney until his death in 1966. Despite Wilson standing by this belief in court, it continues to be disputed by genealogist Dale Sheridan. Wilson's first career choice was mathematics. She told the Sydney Morning Herald, "I was very academic at high school and was always good with numbers." She attended the University of New South Wales, graduating in 2009 with Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Laws degrees. A former Rotary International Youth Ambassador for Australia, she was based in South Africa for 1 year, where she contracted malaria. She has spoken of malaria-induced hallucinations, where she saw herself as an actress who had won an Oscar, convincing her to pursue an acting career. In 2013, Wilson created a plus-size t-shirt collection named after her The Wedge character, Fat Mandy, which featured images of donuts and cupcakes. In 2017, Wilson launched a plus-sized clothing range called Rebel Wilson x Angels on the heels of a collaboration with Torrid. Wilson and her Bridesmaids co-star British actor Matt Lucas lived together in West Hollywood from September 2012 until 2015. In July 2015, Wilson stated her support for stricter American gun laws following the 2015 Lafayette shooting, stating, "I don't like getting political, but America, you really have to follow Australia's example in gun laws. I don't remember a mass shooting in Australia since they overhauled the gun laws. It seems like every week in America there's a shooting. I just want people to be safe, especially people that are doing one of my favorite things in the world, going out to the movies to have fun." In 2014, Wilson paid $3.75 million for her Sydney Harbourside home. The 1900s freestanding Victorian house underwent $900,000 of renovations. Wilson also settled on a Balmain investment apartment, a conversion of a historic mansion. The New York-inspired terrace home took 3 years to complete. Wilson paid $1.88 million off the plan in 2015 for the 2-bedroom apartment. Wilson is a fan of the Los Angeles Rams of the NFL. As her 40th birthday approached, Wilson made the decision to freeze her eggs, which spurred on her effort to make healthy life changes. Wilson has polycystic ovarian syndrome and suffers from emotional eating due to pressures of fame. A fierce advocate for body positivity, Wilson has been a role model for larger women. "There's a lot of pressure on women, especially younger women, to conform to the thin body image," she told the Associated Press. "Not everyone can be that way, and no one should be ashamed of how they look or suffer bullying and other forms of abuse because of their size and shape." Throughout her career, Wilson has been known for her plus-sized figure and would often play it in her acting work with characters such as Fat Amy. In a 2013 interview with Hunger magazine, Wilson stated, "As long as I look like this, I'm going to make fat jokes. All comedians have to use their physicality, so I use my size. Wilson said that her agency signed her almost on the spot because they had nobody on their books like she. Wilson felt lucky to have her body type and stated that people in the industry would tell her not to lose weight. For me, I think it's about being comfortable in your own skin. I never want to be too unhealthy, because that's bad. You just want to be comfortable with who you are at whatever size, she said. In 2016, Wilson said that she felt bigger girls did better in comedy because they are easier to laugh at and use that to her advantage. In July 2011, Wilson became a spokesperson for weight loss and nutrition company Jenny Craig in Australia. In January 2012, Wilson told the Daily Telegraph that she had lost 10 kilograms since signing up to the program. In February 2013, she confirmed that she had ended her agreement with Jenny Craig the previous year. Wilson asserted that the producers of Pitch Perfect had refused to let her lose any more weight during filming, as her contract stated she must stay the same size. She said that once her film commitments were over, she would start her diet again to reach her target weight of 80 kilograms. In her 2020 Year of Health, Wilson made it her mission to lose 60 pounds and did so by November 2020. Wilson stated that she has always been confident in how she looked but now feels super confident. In May 2015, Australian magazine Woman's Day published a story claiming that Wilson had been misleading about her birth name, age, and upbringing. Wilson had previously said in interviews that she was raised by dog-training Bogan parents in the ghetto of Sydney, spent a year in Zimbabwe, climbed into a cage with a leopard, got caught in a shootout and then struck down by a severe strain of malaria from a mosquito in Mozambique where, from her intensive care bed, she envisioned herself winning an Oscar and rapping her acceptance speech. Her age was also incorrectly given as 29, which she would later admit was something she chose not to correct. Woman's Day called all of this into question and claimed that Wilson had, on the contrary, a very normal, upper-middle-class upbringing, and added a touch of fantasy to the life she led before becoming a household name. The story was picked up by several other publications including the Sydney Morning Herald, People magazine, the Chicago Tribune and the Huffington Post. Most notably, Wilson's true birth date was confirmed through business records filed with the Australian Securities and Investments Commission, which were obtained by the Sydney Morning Herald. On the 16th of May 2016, Wilson said print and online articles in Woman's Day, the Australian Women's Weekly, Northwest and OK! magazines made her out to be a serial liar. According to a defamation writ filed in the Supreme Court of Victoria, Wilson said her reputation and credit had suffered and she had been humiliated and embarrassed. She also sued for special damages, claiming she missed out on roles and other ones were terminated because of the articles. Wilson was represented by Matthew Collins QC. On the 15th of June 2017, a six-person jury ruled in Wilson's favor, finding that publisher Bauer Media Group had indeed wrongly painted the actress as a serial liar, and that publishing the articles was likely to have caused harm to her career. On the 13th of September 2017, Wilson was awarded $4,500,000 Australian dollars in damages. Wilson's lawyer Richard Leder said today's verdict is a significant record. It's about 4 times the highest previous verdict in a defamation case in Australia. In June 2017, Wilson tweeted, "Any dollars I receive will go to charity. Scholarships are invested into the Aussie film industry to provide jobs." Bauer Media appealed the amount of the damages. On the 14th of June 2018, Bauer Media won its appeal and the damages were reduced to $600,000, meaning that she had to pay back $4.1 million Australian dollars and $60,000 Australian dollars in interest. She also had to cover 80% of what Bauer spent on its appeal. Wilson announced her intention to appeal the decision, and lodged an appeal with the High Court on the 11th of July 2018. The High Court refused the application on the 16th of November 2018.